19th of March, 7:24 in the evening. So it's after market close, and as usual we're looking at the May contract 2015, and we start with the monthly chart as usual. We've got that in front of us, and you can see here quite clearly that we've regained the high of 2004, 120, and we closed night at 122.50. So basically that's putting a swing higher high in place at the moment, but obviously make no doubts we're still in a massive downwards trend at the present moment on this chart, and the RSI is just starting to turn upwards. As always, we'll pop down into the weekly chart, and you can see on the weekly chart we've got this channel that's been in place for the last 2 years. We had this big weekly candle here at the start of the month. RSI is now pointing back but hasn't cleared the 50 mark. We've got this big green candle here which we're making at the moment. Obviously the first target would be on this old crop would be the 20 weekly moving average, which is back up here at 130. We are just clearing this gap that was left down here at the 120 mark, and we're regaining it. So pop back into the daily chart, and you can see here that we had this fall. This is December, January, February, and we're now into March, coming towards the end of March. And obviously we indicated this engulfing candle which we saw at the beginning of middle of last week. We looked for 3-day confirmation, we've got that, and I've been running on this chart the 34 simple moving average on a daily basis. You can see all the way through May and June, May to October of last year, that the market kept below it and then broke up through it in October, and that gave us the sign of this rally up, that which we did an added wave count on during October, November, December. We now close tonight above this 34-day moving average at 122.50. The RSI is over 53, so we've got a clear indication that we have got possibility of this bounce that we've been looking for. Obviously on this, my first target would be up here to go back and test the 6-day moving average at 126. But obviously in the way of that we've got this last swing low here, sort of around 124, which may stumble the market, but obviously we'll see how that goes as we get close to it. Just pop down into this is the 2-month chart on the daily. You can see this engulfing candle here which we spotted. This is that's better. This was early part of last week. We looked for 3-day confirmation, 1, 2, 3. We got that on Monday, and the market gapped up through it. Gapped up through the 34-day moving average. You can see quite clearly here, and this is a close here, and you can see our target up here, the 6-day moving average here, 126. So obviously what can we expect now? We probably see market will either get legs and move away from this level pretty quickly, or we could see a retest at some time to come back and test this 34-day moving average. Volume is not brilliant, but we are getting a signal confirmation of the RSI crossing the 50-day moving average. Now, when I was looking at my report last week, I was saying there was something looking wrong on the market, and I had identified the new crop as the gainer, and you can certainly see again that this is the case on this chart here. You can see here now it's clearly put a base in here at 125, and it's retested this base here. We had this big green candle here, which was the same as the engulfing on the old crop. We've cleared we've retaken the 130 mark, which is important, and we're now testing the last swing low here back in November. So the new crop is certainly leading the charge. The RSI is at 59, well, the old crop is only 53. And you can see here the 60-day moving average here is 132, and we're already at 131.25. If over the Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if by sort of Wednesday next week we see a retaking of this 60-day moving average, that is a clear signal that something major to happen. Obviously, it's only baby steps at the moment, but we are seeing something coming to it. Whether we can hold the 6-day moving average, that will be the key early part of next week. But at the present moment, it looks as though we've sort of broken this 3 months downwards trend. After seeing a high in December, we've just got to see whether this builds now important is that we stay above what we've got here, the 5-day moving average. This is on the new crop, and obviously we look for a test of this 60-day moving average. But does indicate what I was looking at last week, that there was something, looked potentially wrong in the market, because it's so close to, certainly on the old crop, coming down, testing the old lows, but instead of that it turned around and went back up. So we'll keep an eye on it as we progress next week. Watch for the 60-day moving average test, and then I'll put updates next week. Thanks.